I begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land and pay my respects to their elders, past and present. I extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. Today is the day 26th of the Grand Australian Ride. Today I will be riding from Halls Creek to Kununurra. The ride date is 25th of May 2022. The time taken was 7 hours and 20 minutes. The weather was really hot. I rode 365 kilometers. The terrain was plain and the road was straight. I took one fuel stop at Vermun, which was kind of in the middle of the ride. Good morning. Today is the 25th of May and it's the 26th day of our ride. I'm currently in Halls Creek, which is the center of the Kimberley region. Today I'm riding from here to Kununurra. Yesterday it's more than 300 kilometers. Yesterday I arrived from Fitzroy Crossing to Halls Creek. I'm staying in Fitzroy Lodge. Nice place, safe. So since I arrived yesterday, I did update you. I checked into the room. I had some washing to take care of, which I took care of then, and then I went for late lunch dinner, and I went to the local restaurant within the lodge, and they have got a sports bar, so they had some good vegetarian selection. So I had a pizza and chips over there, and and called it a night. It was pretty quiet, but at night I could hear noise of people outside the compound of the lodge, shouting and screaming or something, somewhere possibly near the sports bar. So don't get bothered by it. It's just pretty normal over here. But otherwise, had a good rest. It is around 6:30 right now, but I will be leaving around 8:30 because I need to do a few things before I leave. Obviously, like I mentioned, going to Kununurra, which is around 300 plus kilometers, but I'll obviously mention at the start of the video on the actual travel distance. The weather today, it's going to be same hot. Few interesting things that I might see is crocs and camels. I don't know if I will, but if I do, I'll obviously show it to you. I've got my breakfast ready, which I'll show it to you. Got oats and coffee. So basically I'm all set to go, and I'll see you on the road. Just returned the keys. Now the time right now is 8:15, and I'm a little behind. I would have liked to start at 6:30, but I had some commitments, so got delayed because of that. Anyway, so we are all good to go. On our way to Kununurra. Sorry, I'm not able to speak the name properly. Kununurra or something. Yeah, Kununurra. It's actually a town near the border. It's one of the big towns around here. So, yep. Excited for the journey today. It's a nice sunny day. So let's get started. Om Ganpataya Namah. Jai Adisakti Mata Ki Jai. Krishna Kanhaiya Lal Ki Jai. Har Har Mahadev Har. I am actually in the compound of the hotel. It's closing. Yep, it's an automatic door, so
I thought I might as well get out before it closes. As you can see, it's a pretty big town here. They have a lot of scenic flights from here as well. Nice town, as you can see. Halls Creek. It's a pretty decent sized town. I mean, the houses, if you look at it, they look in a pretty good condition. There's a caravan park, looks like, over here. In 300 meters, I'm going to turn right. Like I showed yesterday, that's the hospital on the left, post office on the right, police station in front of me. There's everything, schools and stuff around here. There was a van that just left when I was leaving. I'm not going to stop for petrol because my fuel I filled up here last night, so I'm full. But yeah, that's the roadhouse. People are already out and about. So that's where the town ends. This is Halls Creek Motel on my right. It's kind of on the edge of the town. It's got a secure fence around it as well. So if you're considering to come, you know, there is a second option too. Until 190 k's, I have to just keep on going straight. We have Halls Creek. Enjoy the bungalows. Bungalows. I think I'd heard about bungalows. I was originally planning to stay at Bungle Park or something. Apparently, it's an award-winning park, but over here I can get a nice room, and over there I would have got a tent. It's busy season as well, so I decided to go for the nice room. It's about 80 kilometer difference from where I am to Bungle Park. And Bungle is I think it's the structure, like rocks, big rocks that they're referring to. Yeah. Okay, so we are officially out of town now. I'll update when I find something interesting on the way. Today we have around 360 kilometers or something. I'll obviously mention it in the start of the video, what all the figures, but it's approximately that. For 180 kilometers, there is nothing as from what I heard from Google. It's just straight. Bungle Park will come on the way. When it does, I'll show that. If I find something interesting, I'll show it. But I've started late, so I need to cover good distance now. So until it starts heating up, I'll try and see if I can cover some distance. I'm currently in Kimberley region. I've just stayed at Halls Creek last night, and the whole route has the terrain has now changed from plains. You know, it was flat ground, flat road, straight road. Now I can see a lot of hilly area over here, but the vegetation is very similar. Obviously there is more trees, and but it's still grassland, but the roads are going like that and up and down, but still nice weather. nice place to ride, very far from home. I'll cover this. So you know, because so many cows and stuff, and I mentioned earlier that they export them and everything. So how do they carry them on the truck? So how do they load them on the truck? Because they come in thousands. So this is the kind of structure you have. So they all are sort of funneled through over here in different sections, and eventually they get onto this platform over here. And this platform is kind of connected to the truck. So through that they go straight into the truck, and that I think 2 levels of the truck. So this will be one level, and then to put it on the another level they'll maybe put a plank or something, and then they climb on the second level. But that's how they come in and climb up. And yeah, you got this sections as well. So the different sections, they all are gathered in one group at a time and then loaded up. So this is how it happens on the farms. Every farm has kind of structures like this, like every station. It's a pretty large structure over here, goes quite deep inside. So yeah, so on my left is the station. The station is called, I think, Springville. I stopped here because Springville is a suburb in Melbourne, which I'm quite aware of. So yeah, there you go. They also have a Springville station over here, like actual cattle station. Anyway, so yeah, I thought I'll cover this, as this area, this is what the whole area is all about. It's cattle farms, termite molds, and this tree and grass. Yeah, not much happening around here. For I think 160 kilometers or so there would be nothing. Let's see, from the point I left I have gone about 60 kilometers so far, and I've seen nothing except this. Very little traffic as well. When we say traffic, it's more about people who are traveling, like me, travelers, but only in cars. In my whole journey I have seen very few people in bikes. I've seen groups of people in bikes, but they've gone for shorter trips. But I have seen people who have come from Melbourne and are riding around here as well. So yeah, you do see all kinds of people, but riders are very less, not that many, very few, and very rare when it comes to doing a trip like what I'm doing. Look at those hills. I don't know how good the camera captures it, but it's beautiful out here. Yeah. This is Springville. That's a station, cattle station. Now I'm seeing it for a few kilometers already. This side is Ellis Downs. I didn't know it was still continuing. That's another station. There are 2 stations right next to each other, and the dividing line is the A1, of course. Now the interesting fact is, Ellis Down is what I saw pretty much since I left. Yeah, there's another one here, Mabel Downs. So this is another station now. So there's a, from this point another station starts. But Ellis Downs, I read about Ellis. I read the sign for Ellis Downs. Pretty much like 5 to 10 km since I left Halls Creek, and it's nearly like 70 kilometers since I've ridden. So 50 kilometers at least touching the road, and there is no other station which is mentioned yet, so could still be going on. So what it means is these stations are like hundreds of kilometers long, big, you know, like hundreds of square kilometers. hundreds of square kilometers, possibly thousands of square kilometers. Oh, that is big. That is big, big. So these stations must be so big. That's why, you know, when they say farms in Australia goes into thousands of hectares, these stations are even bigger. Because they're not farming it, they're just there and they put cows in it and they graze around. But they're so remote that they can have bigger stations. The land price is obviously less over here. I would be keen to know how much land costs over here. Because even if it's a few thousand, still be millions of dollars. Anyway, so just found something interesting. So this is, when you hear about things, that's one thing, but you can see that I have come across that station for so long and it's so big, and this is what they are like. That's the station. What you see, this is a station, cattle station. That's what they look like. It's just grass, trees, and they've got a fence around them, a barbed wire fence. You've seen in the video somewhere, you know, it will be marked. Sometimes they have a fence, sometimes they don't even have a fence. Generally they should have a fence, because otherwise the cattle will, you know, cross the station. I'm pretty sure they will be having situations where cattle will cross one station going to the other one, and the other vice versa. You know the structures I had shown before? I just came across something. There are these structures, but there are cattle in it. So I thought I'll just briefly show. Look at that. I don't know if it's visible or not. There's so many cattle in the structures. So a truck will come over here and they will load from the side. So yeah, the other one as well, there's more over there, more over there. Yeah. So and these cows, this region feels like if you've gone to India and Gujarat, and if you've gone to Gir forest, the temperature and, you know, the vibe feels like Gir forest. Yeah, it's quite hot over here though. Yeah, it's also hot in Gir. So, and looking at the cows who are from Gir, it looks like they must feel similar to home, except a large area, much bigger area. Alright, so there we go. But we're still getting those termite molds. They haven't stopped. There are warnings about fruit fly. You know, fruit fly is people from outside might laugh about it, but fruit fly is a big issue in Australia. It's a fly that sits on the fruit and destroys the fruit. And when there is fruit plantations, they want to make sure that the flies don't get there. So this region might have fruit flies, looks like it, and beyond a certain point they're trying to stop flies from coming in. So they take a lot of measures, and amongst them, one of the key measures they take is that no one is allowed to carry fruit across certain region. So for example, if there is a fruit fly restriction, then they would have bins over there where you can, like dustbins, where you can, when I say bins in this tour, it's more about bins for wheat storage. But now these are dustbins where you can throw your fruit and you don't carry them across. So yeah, and there are huge penalties if you don't do that. So it's unique to Australia, but I think that's how they are tackling the fruit fly problems, by stopping people from carrying fruit. I don't know how effective that is, but it seems to be working, otherwise they won't take so many measures. Alright, so as you can see, the terrain is different today. From the past few days I've just seen plain flat land. Now I'm seeing a lot of hilly area around here. And trees are different as well. Looks like a different place altogether compared to what it was before. I'm glad to see this. This rest stop has been named after this kid, Lester. He apparently passed away due to an accident around here. And the community, he was a resident of Halls Creek, where I came from today, and the community decided to name the rest stop after him. I think that's a good gesture. Anyway, so when I was in this rest area, actually I saw the facilities from up close as well. Only issue over there is a bit of too many mosquitoes, that's it. Otherwise nice place, nice, good facility. Now yeah, so about the couple I met over here, when I arrived there was a caravan. I was talking to the guy and he's like, so where are you coming from? And you know, we always have conversations when someone looks at a bike. So, and I was flying the drone, so I couldn't really give a full attention to him, but we had a very brief conversation. As you would have seen the footage of the drone. And he had done the lap on a motorcycle as well. GS 1200 though, that's a different ball game. You know, when you get into GS, it's BMW GS 1200. It's a much bigger bike, bigger capacity and everything. After riding 26 days on this bike, I would love to ride on a GS 1200. It will be a lot more comfortable, I think. You would have seen the bridge on the drone footage. That's the bridge. So yeah, he was saying that when he did it, between Falls Creek and between Fitzroy crossings and Halls Creek, which was my yesterday's ride, was unsealed. So unsealed as in none of this bitumen. It was just a gravel road. So it must have been quite an adventure. So what it means is a lot of quite a few sections of A1 used to be unsealed. I think now it's fully sealed, because from what I know about my preparation, it's fully sealed. If it's not, then we'll have a bit of a challenge. whatever it is, we'll have to face it. But I'm hopefully the whole road is sealed now, because with this bike and these tires it can be a bit of a challenge. But otherwise nice short chat and nice people, and they were doing a lap as well right now, and they were from Perth. So yeah, they were just getting started as well. So yeah, all good. Had a good break, covered 100 kilometers so far, got about 260 kilometers to go. So we'll probably do another break in about 100k or so. I just saw a right sign that turned right for Bungle helicopter ride and caravan park. So that's somewhere over here. It was supposed to be about 80 k's from Halls Creek, but I think it's already 110 kilometers since Halls Creek. So yeah, the Bungle there's another rest stop as well. Few rest stop in a short span. So Bungle caravan park will be on the right somewhere over there. Yeah, it's somewhere over here. It's a nice creek. Yep, from here on the right. And at the caravan park they also do helicopter flights, scenic flights. And this is Spring Creek. So it's a good place to if you're coming with family, good place to stay. Kununurra National Park is 53 kilometers that way. And right opposite to the caravan park, the rest area, it's a good place to is cleaning the space, the parking area. There's someone actually cleaning the parking area. I mean, least expect things like that. But yeah, good that it's being cleaned, because the waste disposals are not very close by. So people tend to litter the parking area. Look at the birds, big birds. Look at that big one. That's what I see mostly. I don't know if the camera captured it properly or not, but I've seen it in the sky. It's huge when it's on the ground. It looks like an eagle. I hope the camera has captured it properly. I couldn't really stop too much. But anyways, so yeah, we'll update when I find something else interesting now. Otherwise, obviously the route has changed now. That's what you see. After 160 kilometers, we are coming close to a town called Vermont. I was originally planning to, while planning the route, there was one point where I was even thinking of staying here instead of staying in, like this was one of the places considered. So Vermont Roadhouse. The tank is half full, so I'll definitely stop and fuel up. I will have to get the bike a bit of a rest because it's a bit warm right now. It's a bit warm right now, so the bike's heating up as well. So I'll try and keep it in shade briefly, and I'll give myself a little break as well and get a coffee or something. So we're kind of slightly less than halfway, I would say. Halfway. The total distance today is 360 kilometers, and by the time it's 161 kilometers. So By the time we get there, we will be 165 kilometers. So that's 15 kilometers short of halfway. So not bad, you can call it halfway. And the time right now is 11 o'clock. So I haven't, I mean, I did have breakfast today, but I'm still a little hungry, so maybe I'll get early lunch or something, or a light lunch over here. So yeah, I can see the roadhouse already. It's a nice mountainous area over here, nice hilly area, I would say. Yep, hill will be a right term. Oh, look at that tiny airport with a tiny plane. Let's get close to it. Why not? Yeah, there isn't much traffic, so I guess we can get a bit close to it. Ah, look at that, Halls Creek, 160. So that's what I was saying, about 160 kilometers is what I've traveled. Yeah, let's get close to the airport. Nice. Heavy air is what flies here. I'll pose here for a photograph and then I'll get going. So that's that's the airport of Vorman. There for a customary photograph. Have to get musty photograph with the plane, as you don't drive past planes that often. So that's the airport, and further down is the roadhouse. You could say it's the runway of roadhouse. That's Vorman. Vorman Roadhouse. Vorman Art. There is a community store. Local traffic only. Okay. T. That's the kind of bus you will be traveling in, like a truck, but safe and sound. Turnkey Creek Roadhouse is 1 kilometer. So what is this place? Let's just explore this a little bit before we move forward. Do not enter, Rocker residents only, penalties apply. So I'm technically not allowed to enter this area. Only local residents can enter. This is a community store. So not getting there as well. Okay, fair enough. I'll go further down. There is another roadhouse just down the road. So that's Vermont Turkey Creek Roadhouse, 1 kilometer down the road. So this is a small community here. As you can see, they've got a school and just a few buildings, houses and stuff, community centers. Looks like the power station or something over there, back there. And yeah, power is generated through diesel, looks like. These are all the houses of people living here. That's the kind of houses they live in. not allowed to enter. So this is basically Aboriginal community. Not everyone can enter into the Aboriginal communities. You need permissions and all of that. There's medical clinic, police station around here. Yes, this is the main roadhouse. When there's a Vermont roadhouse, looks like this is the one. Yep. So I'm going to fuel up over here, take a break before heading further. Vermont Roadhouse, yeah, there it is. Yep. Alright, so I'll fuel up and then I'll update. Yes, I had to pay for the fuel first, so I'm going to pay fuel from number 2. So that is the machine. Okay, fuel. Select one for fuel. Find the pump number. For fuel, select pump and push enter. So I'm filling from number 2 and enter. Insert or tap. So okay, authorizing, approved. But pump 2 unleaded, ready to deliver. Oh, so I just fill up and it will just deduct whatever I fill up. Oh, that's not bad. Okay, so let's see, because I'm not informed how much fuel. I will just say I need fuel till the edge, right till the top. Okay, so I'll put in 7.7 liters in total. I'll take care of the bag in a minute. So what happens next? Number 2 for receipt. Tap or insert. Remove card. Printing. Alright, so it's identified. It was okay, 7.7 liters. That's not bad. So we have filled up 7.7 liters of fuel. It cost us 225 cents per liter. Total has come to 17.133 liters. Let's just take a snap. Look at those machines, huge. Looks like they're going to park up over here, get some food or something. Yeah, anyways, I'm going to go in and get something to eat. I'll have to remove the helmet, so can't record now, but I'll catch up once I'm done. Go over here. They made a nice burger. Initially they didn't have anything, but then when I asked, they said, oh, we can look, and they found a burger. They made a burger for me. Yeah, I just came here to check out this machine. It is huge. Look at that. They've removed the tires, of course. Otherwise it will be impossible to transport them. It's so big. You can actually put a whole truck in it. It's so huge. Wow. Just going to briefly stop over here, do the customary photo, and then get going. Interesting one over here. This creek is called Mistake Creek. Mistake Creek. What kind of name is that? I mean, you didn't have enough words in the dictionary. You just take, oh, it's a mistake. Mistake Creek. Oh man, it's so funny. some names I've read and seen. I'm like, seriously, did you just run out of words? On the lunch break at Warman, I think it was a good spot to stop. Definitely safe. If you are driving in a car, 100% safe. Also, the food was good. I had a veggie burger. They put in all kinds of vegetables in it, beetroot, etc. So they did make an effort to make a good veggie burger for me. I appreciate when people, they didn't have it in the counter. They didn't have any much vegetarian food there, but they made an effort to do it. So that was very kind of them. The burger was very nice as well, and I had a drink, a Fanta, raspberry. Yeah, apart from that, I had heard, in this area, people have been talking a lot about not so good reviews about stopping and all. Maybe there might be an odd incident, but otherwise it's been a good experience for me. This place was run in conjunction with the Aboriginal community, though I only found one lady over there who was actually Aboriginal. I guess everyone else might be local as well, but they didn't look Aboriginal. But otherwise, the service was nice, people were good. A lot of people were stopping over there. There was a bit of a traffic, so it wasn't like it's an empty space. It's quite busy. This twisties remind me of Great Ocean Road, just like those. But these twisties are not Great Ocean Road. This is twisties of Kimberley. A lot of people who are not into biking and are watching this, when I say twisties, means those twisted roads. Yeah. Every person who loves to ride bikes usually loves to ride around twisties. But the more experienced the person, the more they enjoy it, because they know how to deal with them. The less experience, it's a bit nerve-wracking, because you have to, it takes a lot of effort to control the bike. Since I started from Warman, where I took a lunch break, I'm going to take a break over here again to get a coffee and basically let the bike cool down as well. Now this place is called Bun Bun or Dun Dun. Yeah, there it is. That's a roadhouse. Dun Dun Roadhouse. Yeah, that's what it is. Dun Dun. As you can see, D-O-O-N, D-O-O-N. Dun Dun Roadhouse. That's what it is. Take a break here and then I'll get going from there. That sounds like an Aboriginal name. Dun Dun. Nice place actually to even, if someone wants to stop in between, they can stop over here too. Now you see, these are the things that I didn't know about. No one recorded these things before. That's for transporting cattle. I will get close to that one, show you what it is like, and it's also a road train. It's a big truck, all for transporting cattle. Looks like it's empty. There's two entry points there and 2 entry points here on every trailer. This one only has 1 entry point. So does this. Yeah, so this is a road train for cattle. And a lot of tourists over here, mate. A lot of tourists. That's the diesel tanks. This place is full of tourists. I think it's just the whole Kimberley region that's like that. I just found someone I want you to meet. Here she is. Or he is. I don't know. Hello. I think he's too afraid of me. I just dashed out. But yeah, that's. It was standing right next to the railing, so I thought I'll just look at it up close. It's part of that side is actually part of station. As you can see, so many cows. See, cows over here, they are owned by someone, and that they are on station land, cattle station land. There's a cattle station that side on my right. I think that's why they were all on the right. But yeah, when you look up close, you'll see more of the features. Riders, this patch between Halls Creek and it's hard for me to spell the name, but the one that I'm riding today, it's one of the best treks I've done, because a lot of twisties and long twisties, and you know, it's nice. The road is flat like that, but then you got nice twisties. There's mountains on both sides. There are a good place to stop on the way, like, you know, proper outback roadhouses. A lot of cultural stuff. People who enjoy eating meat, you will love this. The mountains over here are just beautiful, and even though it's hot, it's winter time, it's still hot. The breeze over here is really nice, so you won't really feel that hot. So I think this is one of the best rides in terms of I won't say the best rides, I would say one of the best for sure, because it's hard to pick one. So there are so many good ones, and this is one of the good ones. So Kimberley is definitely a place to ride the bike by. People come to Kimberley in a four-wheel drive, in those tourist buses. The real experience will be in the motorcycle. I would suggest going for an aggressive wheel, of course, so that you can go off-road more easily than I am able to right now, because my wheels are not that aggressive. But apart from that, amazing experience. Alright, something is about to happen right now to Masti. It is about to touch 10,000 kilometers on the odometer. Right now it's 9,999, 9 all nines, 4 nines. So in about less than a kilometer, it's going to touch 10,000 kilometers. So yeah, that's a landmark for the motorcycle. For my Royal Enfield Himalayan, and Himi as they call it in Australia. Everything is cut short in Australia, like biscuit becomes Bicky, McDonald's becomes Macca's, and Himalayan becomes Himi. So my Himi is just crossed 10,000 right there. There, 1 and 4 zeros. There you go. And 0.1, 0.2. So now the motorcycle has crossed 10,000 mark. till date I have done the first 500-kilometer service when I was in Melbourne, and then I think I did one more service for 1500 or something, and then was the 5000 service which was done in Adelaide, but I didn't wait until 5000, it was done well before that. And then there was one done in Perth, in Geraldton, not Perth but Geraldton, which was I think 6000 something, 6,500 kilometers, because I wanted to get the bike service, because the next time I service it will be in Darwin, which I'm going to service now. So I wanted to make sure that before I reach Darwin I get it serviced, because there is, as you would have noticed, no place I can get the bike service, because you know, when the services you might need to replace parts and this and that. So that's all was done in Perth. So Hemi is now, my Hemi is called Musti, and my Musti is now 10,000 kilometers old. So yeah, that's a reason to celebrate a little bit. Look at that stone, that looks beautiful. I'm just trying to figure out where can I stop to fly the bird. Flew the drone around over here. I looked at that hill over there, and I thought, wow, that looks nice. I would like to see it from the sky, because you know, like I always say, you haven't seen Australia until you've seen it from the top. Not from a plane, but from a drone's perspective, standing on the ground. So yeah, so I flew the drone, and man, it looks beautiful. Because you see, I'm trying to capture as much as possible from my helmet cam, but I can only capture a certain perspective, but I can't capture everything that I see. So to make that happen, and even better, to top it up, I have to fly the drone. So when the drone flies, it captures from a much higher perspective and a much more depth. So that way, you know, you get a full idea in terms of where am I riding, and sometimes even I can see better where I'm riding, because right now I'm seeing these mountains, looks beautiful, but I would want to see what's beyond that. Like from here I want to see how the mountain starts. Is there a drop, or is it just goes like that and up? So, or it just goes and up, you know. So yeah, that's a good perspective I get from that. Anyway, so now we are on our way, about 60 k's away, so that's not far, and I'll hopefully just update when I'm there. But ran out of batteries, so I had to just stop and replace them. I think it's the heat, maybe it's running the batteries out quicker than normal, or maybe I'm just recording and talking too much. Anyway, so I have just paused at this rest stop over here. I've come at this junction. This way you go to Windham, this way you go to Kununurra. Kununurra. I think it's called Kununurra. So I'm going to Kununurra. That's my destination for the day. Because from Kununurra is at the border of it's in Western Australia, but it's very close to the border. Notice of deviation of temperature. There's some. I'm just checking out just to make sure. Lake Argley or Dam. This is I've heard about this lake before. Maybe somewhere over here on the way. Yeah, so it's close to the border. So tomorrow morning I am going to cross the border into Northern Territory. So when I entered Western Australia, that was a school bus. When I entered Western Australia, that was the first time I actually entered Western Australia in my life. And tomorrow when I enter Northern Territory, it will be the first time for me as well. But anyways, tomorrow's tomorrow. Today we are just we're not very far, maybe 50 k's or so away. Actually 40 k's probably, as per my calculations. But it might be a few kilometers here and there, but roughly 40 kilometers we are away. So yeah, that's the view. I'll update when I am close to the town. Still the warnings are for stray animals, for kangaroos and cows. That's it. Not seen any signage for camels yet. Maybe it was in the north of where I was, maybe near Derby. There are a lot of camels I've heard, but not seen any camels on this route. Cows, plenty of cattle. Or something over here. Anzac Hill. Yeah, that's Anzac Hill. Let's just check this out. I think from here the view of the town should be visible or something. So this is Anzac Hill, the tree, and I think somewhere down there is the town. Anyways, I'll get going because it's 3 o'clock and it's really hot. So I just want to get to the accommodation, take a shower and just chill a little bit, take rest. Had a long day today. And on this side, oh, I need to be careful over here. I'm riding because of all the metal things. That's the airport on the left hand side, right there. It's got mainly tiny planes. It's a regional airport, but there are quite a few planes, maybe 15-20 of them. The town feels like Siduna. When I entered Siduna, this is how it was. You know, just outside town, there was a airport. Now I'm sort of getting closer to the town. I think everyone was saying Kununurra. The way I'm reading it is Kununurra, because that's how it is spelled. Anyways, so this is a town. Like I said, it is Kununurra, and like I said, I will manage to learn how to spell it by the time we get there, and I think I have managed. I don't know. For us, it is. So this is a town. The place that I'm staying in is Town Caravan Park, which is second on the list, 1 kilometer from here. So yeah, this must be some kind of a transport hub or something. In these regional towns, that's something that you definitely see. Yeah, fresh water. This looks like some hotel or something like that. Considering the number of tourists I saw on the way, Kimberley Great Resort, Kimberley Grande Resort, Lakeview Apartments. Yeah, definitely a lot of accommodations should be available around here. Welcome to Kununurra. Ford River Bakery. There is there's some of government offices. Hotel Kununurra. This is Hotel Kununurra. Town Caravan Park. Yeah, this is where I am. Yep. It's Town Caravan Park. This is the actual town shopping center as well. Yeah, they've got calls too. They've got everything. So yeah, this is Town Caravan Park, Kununurra. Yep. And the tree in the logo is the tree that we saw plenty of on the way. Ah, there's another guy on a bicycle, see? This is the one I need to get into. Where is the opening though? Oh, there it is. Reception, I can see it now. That's Caravan Park. I'm not camping, or obviously I'm not in a caravan, but I am in a motorcycle, so I'm going to rent a room. It is a studio, and it's studio number 2. So let's see. Oh, there it is, studio number 2, right there. Now take the bike in. Okay, so let's go and check the room. No smoking. Okay, I don't. All right, so that's the kitchen, dining, lounge, fridge, bed, toilet, and that's the shower. That's me. All right, so what a day. So basically, really nice day. I started in Halls Creek. I wasn't expecting such a ride. It was a beautiful ride. It wasn't just straight road. There were mountains, there were twisties, there were roadhouses in the middle, a ton of tourists. So when there are so many tourists, obviously it gets safe. So you can't say it's not safe in this space. So yeah, that's all, everything. And I tried to fly the drone, did capture a few footage. I'm happy with what I have captured. I've already shared with you, and I hope you are happy to see that as well. It was really hot. It's really hot right now. I don't know why they haven't switched on the air conditioning, so I'm just going to switch that on, cool the room now, get rid of this and the pants and the
boots because I feel really hot right now. Yeah, and amazing time, big tourist area. I would say one of the best rides in the whole tour so far. It was nice, smooth turns. It wasn't like sharp twisties or anything like that, but loved it. Rode around 360 k's. Amazing experience, amazing. That's all I have to say. Tomorrow I'm going from here to Catherine. It's going to be a big ride tomorrow. I think it's around 400 or 500 kilometers, but I'll talk about the ride tomorrow morning. Right now I just asked if there was a restaurant there is that served vegetarian. They said maybe the Asian or go to Coles or IGA, so I might just pop into Coles and get something. I'll update that in the Insta, Facebook, and also inform tomorrow over ahead. But until then, have a good night.